Beautiful. Today is one of those days. This happens often because when you have brain damage, schedules are really hard and time is really wonky. And three things were scheduled at the same time. So 12:12 Central, I go live and I was going to record it, but I clicked the wrong button and I went live. So as an entrepreneur, you either try to make it perfect or you move forward. So, okay, we're moving forward. I'm here early today, and you can reply, or you can watch it at the right time. At least it's there. The other thing is that there's another Zoom that has to be watching one of my coaches goes live at the same time. And then the other person that's helping me, the only time she could meet me was at the same time. So you prioritize, that was the talking to it like a game. You put things in the right order, like, okay, what's important and what you get at the end. So what I wanted to talk about today is it's so good. One of my coaches, the podcast, he was talking about his biggest launch. Leave a comment below if you want. I'll send you a link. It's his podcast. His podcasts are so brilliant and packed with information. But he had talked about, and multiple coaches talk about this energy, this feeling freaking crazy, like everything in your body goes crazy. And on paper, our brain starts giving a case for this of like, oh, okay, this is why this is a bad idea. You should not do it. And it's always interesting, this on paper and then what our gut says. And there's a whole bunch of psychology. That's the other thing when you look at this woo-woo, they're like, oh, listen to your gut. Well, there's also, I love it when there's psychology and studies that agree it. Like when both say yes, then I'm like, oh, then that's the right thing to do. So this morning, feeling crazy and intense, and when you have brain damage, you get waves of information. So they're big. So entrepreneurs, we have these feelings of crazy, intense, like I should not do it. And then when you ground yourself and looked of the fact, I'm like, okay, what happened in the past? Okay. And what's going to happen in the future? Okay. And this feeling of uncomfortable. So there's this balance with where the pressure is so much, it crushes us. And then there's the right amount of pressure that it makes you feel supported and taken care of, like a good hug, right? That's a little bit of pressure and it makes you feel supported and loved. But when you like, that doesn't. That's unhealthy pressure. And watching yourself of the fact and the case that our brain goes and where you're going. This is my goal. This is where I'm going. And for me, I feel okay to be uncomfortable. And one of my friends told me this story of a flower. When a flower blooms, I bet you it feels uncomfortable. It pops up. And I love this idea of these stories that you tell yourself because there's so much psychology behind our brain. Our brain is brilliant and it will take whatever instructions you give. So if you tell your brain, no, this feeling uncomfortable, this is me blooming. I'm blooming. Look at me being seen. It feels uncomfortable being seen, but if I want to change the world, I need to be seen. And it makes me feel better when, like today, one of the support people in the brain damage group, she's been helping me for 3 years. And she is the consistent 3 years. She knows how to support me the way I need it. She knows the history. And when I don't have my voice, she would advocate exactly what I need to see. Because when I talk to professionals, I sound fucking crazy. And they look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm trying to let them know that I'm highly educated, I'm smart. And they cut me down and they don't understand. And this woman, she would say the right voices and the right words, and she would make them to see me. And then all of a sudden I was seen. So this woman that supported me for 3 years, it's her last day. So she's gone now. And I truly believe everything happens for us. So, like, my mom would give me these gifts that I thought were stupid. I was like, Mom, what is this? And she would explain what it is. And then I would go, fine, I will try it. And I would try it, and it turns out to be one of my favorite things because you don't know. So when you do things that are uncomfortable, when the universe gives you a gift, so this person that supported me for 3 years, well, I believe either the right people show up to help you or you can do it yourself. So now it's my time for growing up and advocate, work on my own. And all these uncomfortable that, like, I took time this morning to have a really good cry because I'm going to freaking miss her. And then I reframe it and, like, no, this is the biggest gift. This is happening for me. Look at my goal and work forward. All right, in 15 minutes, start with my meetings, and to remind you that if you woke today, we need you just like you. Nobody else, just like you. You can level up, you can get better, but we need you. All right, have a wonderful day, and we'll see you Monday to Fridays at 11 Central.